Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Power System Operation and Control. In the earlier videos, we have discussed about the excitation system. Even we have discussed about the classification of the excitation system. In that, we have seen DC excitation system, AC excitation system, and static excitation system, out of which we have discussed on DC excitation system. Now in this lecture, we will discuss about AC excitation system and static excitation system. Let us start our discussion with AC excitation system. The excitation system of this category utilizes alternators, that is AC machines, as source of main generator excitation power. Usually, the exciter is on the same shaft as the turbine generator. The AC output of the exciter is rectified by either controlled or non-controlled rectifiers to produce the direct current needed for the generator field. The rectifiers may be stationary or rotating. The early AC excitation system used a combination of magnetic and rotating amplifiers as regulators. Most of the new systems uses electronic amplifier regulators. AC excitation system can thus take many forms depending on the rectifier arrangement, method of exciter output control, and source of excitation for the exciter. There are two types of AC excitation systems. One is stationary excitation system and other is rotating excitation system. Let us discuss about the stationary excitation system. With stationary rectifiers, the DC output is fed to the field winding of the main generator through slip rings. In the schematic diagram, you can clearly observe these things. When non-controlled rectifiers are used, the regulator controls the field of the AC exciter, which in turn controls the exciter output voltage. A simplified one-line diagram is as shown in the figure of the field controlled alternator rectifier excitation system. The exciter is self-excited with its field power drive through the thyristor rectifiers. The voltage regulator drives its power from the exciter output voltage. An alternative form of the field controlled alternator rectifier system uses a pilot exciter as the source of exciter field power. The voltage regulator controls the firing of the thyristor. The exciter alternator is self-excited and uses an independent static voltage regulator to maintain its output voltage. Since the thyristors directly control the exciter output, this system inherently provides high initial response, that is, small response time. There are two independent modes of regulation which are provided in the stationary excitation system. First is the AC regulator to automatically maintain the main generator stator terminal voltage at a desired value corresponding to the AC reference, and other is DC regulator to maintain constant generator field voltage as determined by the DC reference. The DC regulator or manual control mode caters to situation where the AC regulator is faulty or needs to be disabled. Now let's see the next type of AC excitation system, which is a rotating rectifier system. With the rotating rectifiers, the need for slip ring and brushes is eliminated, as it is shown in the schematic diagram of the rotating type excitation system. The armature of the AC exciter and the diode rectifiers rotate with the main generator field. A small AC pilot exciter with a permanent magnet rotor, as shown by N and S in the schematic diagram, rotates with the exciter armature and the diode rectifiers. The rectified output of the pilot exciter stator energizes the stationary field of the AC exciter. The voltage regulator controls the AC exciter field, which in turn controls the field of the main generator. Such a system is referred as a brushless excitation system. It was developed to avoid problems with the use of brushes that were perceived to exist when supplying the high field current of very large generators. High initial response performance of the brushless excitation can be achieved by the special design of the AC exciter and high voltage forcing of the exciter stationary field winding. An example of such system is in the Washington House high initial response brushless excitation system. This is where the actual application of this exciter is used. The brushless excitation system do not allow direct measurement of the generator field current or voltage. Manual control of main generator's voltage is provided by an adjustable DC input setting to the thyristor getting circuit. For the sake of simplicity, the functions of the control circuitry is as shown in the schematic diagram. Let's move to the further type of the excitation system, which is a static excitation system, is further classified into three subsystems. All components in these systems are static or stationary. In case of static excitation system, static rectifiers, controlled or uncontrolled, supply the excitation current directly to the field of the main synchronous generator through slip rings. The supply of power to the rectifiers is from the main generator or the station auxiliary bus through a transformer to step down the voltage to an appropriate level, or in some case from auxiliary winding in the generator. There are three types or three further subclassification of static excitation system. First is potential source controlled rectifier system. Second, compound source rectifier system. And third is compound controlled rectifier excitation system. Let's see first the potential source controlled rectifier system. In this system, the excitation power is supplied through a transformer from the generator terminals or the station's auxiliary bus and is regulated by a controlled rectifier as shown in the schematic diagram of potential source controlled rectifier system. This type of excitation system is also commonly known as a bus fed or transformer fed static system. The system has a very small inherent time constant. The maximum exciter output voltage is however dependent on the input AC voltage. Hence, during system fault conditions causing depressed generator terminal voltage, the available exciter output voltage is reduced. This limitation of the excitation system is to a large extent offset its virtually instantaneous response and high post-fault field forcing capability. In addition, it is inexpensive and easily maintainable. For the generators connected to a large power system, such excitation systems perform very satisfactorily. Compounding ancillaries such as those described are not normally justified. They are likely important for the generators feeding power directly into the small industrial networks with the slow fault clearing. There are many examples of this type of excitation system. For example, Canadian General Electric Silicomatic Excitation System, Washington House type PS excitation system, General Electric Potential Source Static Excitation System, and ABB As well, Railway Person, GEC, Eloy, Toshiba, Mitsubishi, and Hitachi Static Excitation Systems. So these are products or the name of companies, those who are manufacturing the potential source controlled rectifier system. Let's move further to the compound source rectifier system. The power to the excitation system in this case is found by utilizing the current as well as voltage of the main generator as shown in the schematic diagram. This may be achieved by means of power potential transformer, that is PPT, and a saturable current transformer SCT as shown in the schematic. Alternatively, the voltage and current sources may be combined by utilizing a single excitation transformer referred to as a saturable current potential transformer, in short SCPT. The regulator controls the excitation output through controlled saturation of the excitation transformer. When the generator is not supplying a load, the armature current is zero and the potential source supplies entire excitation power under loaded condition. During the system fault condition with severely depressed generator terminal voltage, the current input enables the exciter to provide high field forcing capability. The example of this type of compound source rectifier system is of the General Electric SCT PPT and SCPT excitation systems. Then compound controlled rectifier excitation system. This system utilizes a controlled rectifiers in the exciter output circuit and the compounding of voltage and current derived sources within the generator stator to provide excitation power. The result is a high initial response static excitation system with full fault-on forcing capability. The figure shows the schematic diagram of such type of rectifier excitation system. The current source is obtained from the current transformer mounted in the natural end of the stator winding. These sources are combined through the transformer action and the resultant AC output is rectified by the stationary power semiconductors. The means of control is provided by the combination of diodes and thyristor connected to form a shunt bridge. A static voltage regulator controls the firing circuit of the thyristor and thus regulates the excitation of the generator field. The excitation transformer consists three single phase units with three windings: current, potential, that is voltage, primary windings, and the secondary output winding. Under the fault condition, the fault current flowing through the excitation transformer C winding provides the field forcing capability when the generator's voltage is depressed. The reactor serves two functions in this type of excitation system. Its contribution to the desired compounding characteristics of the excitation system and reduction of fault current for the faults in the excitation system or the generator. The excitation transformers and reactors are contained in an excitation dome that is bolted onto the top of the generator frame, forming an integral part of the frame. So this is about different types of excitation systems which are used for the generator excitation. Let's see the recent development and future trends in the excitation systems of the generator. The advances in the excitation control system over the last 20 years have been influenced by the development of the solid state electronics. Development in analog integrated circuitry have made it possible to easily implement complex control strategies. The latest developments in the excitation system has been introduction of the digital technology. Thyristors continue to be used for the power stages. The control, protection, and the logic functions have been implemented digitally, essentially duplicating the functions previously provided by the analog circuitry. The digital controls are likely to be used extensively in future as they provide a cheaper and possibly more reliable alternative to analog circuitry. They have added advantage to being more flexible, allowing easy implementation of more complex control strategies and interfacing with other generator control and protective functions. So this is in detail discussion of the generator excitation system. We have started our discussion right from the very basic details of the excitation system, that is excitation systems requirement in the previous lectures. So we have seen requirements from the generator consideration and the requirement from the power system considerations. Then we have seen the elements of the excitation system. So there are 5 basic elements of the excitation system that also we have seen in the earlier lectures. So this is the schematic of the elements of excitation system, in which exciter, regulator, terminal voltage transducer, and load compensator, power system stabilizer, and limiters and protective circuit. So these are different elements of the excitation system. Even we have seen the functions of each element or significance of each element in the execution or in the implementation of the excitation system. Then after we have seen different types of excitation system. So major classification is based on uh, the excitation power source used, that is DC excitation system, AC excitation system, and static excitation system. The conventional excitation system for the alternator, that is generator or synchronous generator, is the DC excitation system. And then after we have seen different types and subcategorization of the AC excitation system. And now the modern trend is towards the static excitation system, where the use of static devices is very effective in such kind of excitation systems. And even at the end of the discussion, we have discussed about the recent development and future trends with respect to the excitation system. So as all we know that the analog circuits have been replaced with the digital circuits, and now even trend is also of the digital kind of circuits. So in the future also this will continue in the generator excitation systems. In the upcoming lectures, we will discuss about further control strategies of the power system. Thank you.